If you were to take the characters from A Bug's Life, stick them into the Dark Souls universe, and package that all in a side-scrolling Super Metroid style adventure, that will get you this game. In the beginning, there was an ancient bug named the Radiants. They created the first bugs, including the moth tribes, and everything was good. That is, until an ancient worm reincarnates into the Pale King and expands the minds of the bugs. The bugs then turn their back to the Radiants to worship the Pale King instead. Slowly being forgotten, the Radiants isn't happy with this, so they probe the dreams of bugs, breaking their minds and willpower, resulting in what's known as the infection. The Pale King, in response to this, decides to procreate with the White Lady, that's her name in the game, I'm not a racist, and seeks out to create the most pure vessel filled with void, the Hollow Knight. The vessel would need to be devoid of all mind, will, and voice, so that the Radiants would be unable to influence them. Of course, to find this perfect vessel, the Pale King had to dumpster baby like 1,000,000 of the reject vessels, including you, but it's for a good cause. The Pale King attempts to seal the Radiance inside the vessel of the Hollow Knight so that the Pale King may become the new light in this world. However, the Hollow Knight turns out to be not as pure as he thought, and the Radiance's influence still seeps out of him, infecting the kingdom. In comes you, the Knight, unwanted dumpster baby who is drawn to the call of the Hollow Knight and the Radiance, because even though you were abandoned, your internal programming won't let you do otherwise. You find an abandoned town relatively close to the Temple of the Black Egg that houses the Hollow Knight, and decide to set up camp there and help repopulate the town, because you were both abandoned and perhaps you see a bit of yourself in the town. Inside the Temple of the Black Egg, you find a sealed door with 3 masks. Each mask is tied to one of the 3 dreamers who the Pale King appointed to seal the door forever by being in an enchanted sleep. So you set out to find these sleeping beauties, to wake them from their rest eternal by a kiss from your sword. Of course, before you can do that, you have to go around the world beating up other bugs and taking their soul power and their lunch money so that you can get stronger and more blinged out. You slowly start making your name known around these parts, and you're happily going along your killing spree adventure when, wham! It hits you. You find the love of your life. I mean, you just met her, but she has a red cape, and that signifies she's important to the plot, and you totally dig that. Her name is Hornet. She likes long walks in the infection. Oh, and her mom is a dreamer, and her dad the Pale King. Oh shit, that's your half-sister. For toying with your heart, you decide to beat her up. I mean, she kicks your ass a few times, but eventually you win, and she gets the hint. It's rude to play with the bug's feelings, and she runs away. After her defeat, the Dreamers decide to contact you and to tell you to give up on your quest and to let them remain in their sleep. But nah, now you're extra determined to ruin a bug's sleep after having your emotions toyed with. You acquire some more upgrades, take a break to enjoy the little things, beat the Manus tribe into submission, ran into the fam again, walk into whatever this was, and eventually the Dreamers attempt to trap you in the dream world. The Seer, the last remaining of the Moth tribe, helps you to escape and teaches you how to use the Dream Nail. The Dream Nail is a sacred weapon powered by essence, and it allows the wielder to cut through the veil between dreams and waking. The Moth tribe held onto this treasure in order to find the wielder who will awaken it and seek penance for turning their back to the Radiance. With this power, you'll be able to infiltrate the mind of the Dreamers. But first, you find a shiny corpse of one of those bosses you beat up earlier, so you decide to hit it with your Dream Nail for fun, you know? You didn't realize dead bodies can dream, but inside you find Homebug jumping around jollier than ever. Actually, in fact, he's way faster than before. Maybe being in the dream world, he is no longer restricted by the physical limitations of the real world, and that explains why he kicked your ass in less than 30 seconds. After failing a few times, you decide to just leave it alone and go pick on some smaller bugs to make yourself feel better. Oh, you know what? We don't need to cover this part. Let's skip this. The infection is actively now trying to stop you. It is incredibly dense around the Temple of the Black Egg, and its influence is spreading even further with infected bosses impeding your progress. Through determination, you reach your first goal, the Dreamer Hera, mother of Hornet and former queen of the Deep Nest. After her husband of honored caste died, she became a common beast. In return for becoming a dreamer, she made a bargain with the Pale King into having a child with him. After Hornet was born, Their time together was limited, and shortly after she became one of the Dreamers. However, your path already set, you enter Hera's dream and absorb her soul, breaking the first seal. 2 hours of randomly wandering around eventually takes you to the Watcher's Spire. Here sleeps the Dreamer Lorien. But before you can get to him, you have to defeat the Watcher Knights, rolling bugs who, although were dead, are reanimated with infected flies to protect Lorien once more. Little is known about their master other than his loyalty to the Pale King, and his job was perving on bugs with his telescope from his tower. Justice for bug privacy fills you with determination, and you absorb the second Dreamer, breaking the second seal. Oh, look who it is, Little Miss Heartbreaker. She tells you she has to test your resolve to accept the kingdom's past, but you're still upset that she didn't inform you of your familial ties earlier. Alright, she must have been practicing, because she kicked your butt like 8 times. But somehow you got lucky and beat her. You adventure down below to find an ancient worm, most likely the Pale King's previous form. Inside you find the king's brand and escape near death with the help of Hornet. This brand marks the bearer as king, but for the most part everyone still treats you like trash, so thanks a lot, sis. Another 4 hours of wandering around and eventual looking at the wiki page takes you to the archives of Monomon, one of the most prominent researchers in Hallownest. Unlike Lorien, who was devoted to protecting the seals, Monomon actually believes that the current world is unchanging and that for a better end the seals must be broken. Which is a good thing because you were already set out to do that anyways. Alright, the big moment is here. You're at the door of the Temple of the Black Egg. The seals are broken and you're ready to face the Hollow Knight. Seeing your older sibling in chains, you break him free and holy shit, he is fast and violent. Being the source of the infection, there are times when you see his combat skills show, but other times when it appears the infection is taking over his body entirely. However, with swift strikes and the ability to restart a few times, you fail the Hollow Knight and absorb his soul into you. You then assume the role as new Hollow Knight, as you see the inherited infection inside of your eyes is completely enveloped by the void inside you. Chains imprison you and the Black Egg is sealed once more, and so ends your journey. Until you look back at the wiki and see that was the bad ending. Fuck! Okay, so that King's Brand you got a while back actually opens a door to the Abyss, the dumpster, I'm sorry, the birthplace of all vessels. Before that, you have to visit the Parentals, the White Lady and the Pale King to acquire the King Soul. Down in the depths of the Abyss, your repressed memories come flooding back, and you remember how Pale Daddy let you fall as him and his favorite child walk away. The King Soul then transforms into the Void Heart, an emptiness that was hidden within, now unconstrained. Still feeling a bit down, you relax in a bowl of black goop and yell to comfort yourself before pressing on. You journey back to the Black Egg. Hornet gives you a speech about destiny or something, you don't know. You're still kind of pissed off about all the time she beat you up. You and Father's Favorite are back at it again, and in a big fit of sibling rivalry, Hornet jumps in to pin the Hollow Knight, giving you an opportunity to finish off. You do so and absorb his soul and take on the mantle as new Hollow Knight. And wait a minute, this is the same ending, except now Hornet is sealed in the Black Egg with you. Oh god damn it, this isn't a good ending. Alright, take 3. Black Egg, Hollow Knight, you've done this fight so many times you're actually starting to get good at it. Hornet jumps in, you dream nail the Hollow Knight and enter his dreams. Inside, you challenge the sun. You are literally going to fight the sun. Is this the good ending? You think about whether or not killing the sun is actually good or not, and realize most bugs are nocturnal, and that from their perspective, darkness is safety and light is death. In this world, the void and the radiance, i.e. bug zappers, car headlights, flames, you get the picture. But you should really stop worrying about morality and focus on the fight. After a long hard fight and with barely any life left, you manage to beat the Radiance. With the help of the Hollow Knight and the unified void, you manage to consume the light till there's nothing but darkness. Is something supposed to happen? You contemplate whether this is one of those meta games or if the game just froze. With much regret, you restart the game to find no progress saved, and that you have to do that fight again. Another arduous fight, and once again, you are met with nothing but darkness. You YouTube a Let's Play and see there's definitely an ending cinematic. You need this footage, but don't want to do that fight a third time. You rage quit. Resolved to end the story there, believing that to be just as fitting an end. But you come back. After scouring the internet, you find the solution to validate Hollow Knight's game files on Steam. 9 files were fixed. You return, and with clear mind, you effortlessly brush past the Hollow Knight. You topple the mighty god of light with ease. And when darkness returns, light comes with it this time. Hornet awakens in the middle of the arena next to the broken mask of the knight. The shades of the abyss at ease return to their rest. And you wonder, was that ending worth it? Wait, there's actually 3 more endings? Oh, for fuck's sake.